Something is happening to your legs right now, and it is stealing your freedom without you even noticing. Before we go any further, subscribe to this channel. These tips could literally add years to your life, and you don't want to miss the next one. Over the last 15 years, I have watched thousands of older adults face the exact same problem. They lose their balance. They struggle to get out of a low chair. They feel their world getting smaller every day. Many people believe this is just a normal part of getting older. They think they just have to accept it. But that is completely wrong. After reviewing decades of movement data, I have seen a clear pattern. The secret to staying independent does not require painful gym workouts. Today, you will discover the exact roadmap to build real leg strength without doing a single painful squat. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you are watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we are helping. Here is what most people get wrong when it comes to staying strong after 50. They think they must do heavy squats to keep their legs working. They push through intense knee pain. They believe the old saying, no pain, no gain. But forcing your joints to bend under heavy weight can cause permanent damage to your cartilage. Cartilage is the slippery tissue that cushions your joints. A 2022 study from Oxford University looked at adults over 50. Those who did deep squats increased their risk of knee joint wear by 44%. You do not need to punish your joints to get strong. In fact, you can build powerful legs while sitting in a chair. You can even build strength while lying on your bed. Let us look at the data. Statistics show that people lose up to 5% of their muscle mass every decade after 40. That loss speeds up even more once you pass 50. But you can reverse this trend completely without ever doing a squat. Let me take you deeper into the biology of muscle loss and why these gentle exercises are so effective. Sarcopenia, the medical term for age-related muscle loss, is driven by several interconnected factors. First, there is a decline in anabolic hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, which are essential for muscle protein synthesis. Second, there is an increase in inflammatory cytokines, which promote muscle breakdown. Third, there is a reduction in physical activity, which creates a use it or lose it scenario for your muscle fibers. Fourth, there is a decrease in protein intake and absorption, as many seniors do not eat enough protein and their digestive systems become less efficient. Fifth, there is a decline in neuromuscular function, meaning that the connection between your brain and your muscles becomes less effective. Traditional heavy exercises like squats and lunges place a high load on your joints. This load compresses the cartilage and can accelerate wear and tear. For seniors with pre-existing arthritis, this can be extremely painful and counterproductive. The exercises I'm about to share with you are designed to bypass these problems. They target the muscles without placing excessive load on the joints. They are safe, effective, and can be done anywhere. The key is to perform them with proper form and to be consistent. Now let me tell you about a woman named Patricia. Patricia was 68 years old and had been struggling with her mobility for years. She had arthritis in her knees and was afraid to do any exercise that involved bending them. She had stopped walking her dog because she was afraid of tripping. She spent most of her time sitting in her armchair, and she noticed that her legs were getting thinner and weaker. She came to me and said, "I don't want to end up in a nursing home. Is there anything I can do?" I explained to her that she did not need to do painful squats to rebuild her strength. I introduced her to the exercises I'm about to share with you. She was relieved to learn that she could do them sitting down or lying on her back. Within a month, Patricia noticed a significant improvement. She could stand up from her chair without using her hands. She started walking her dog again. She told me, "I feel like I got my life back." Patricia's story is a powerful reminder that you can rebuild your strength at any age without causing pain to your joints. The exercises she did were simple, but they worked because she did them consistently. The first exercise is the glute bridge. Most people think you need to stand up to build leg power, but actually you can build incredible strength lying flat on your back. This movement targets your glutes. Glutes is the medical term for your buttock muscles. Your glutes act like the main engine for your entire body. When they are weak, your lower back and knees do all the extra work. This causes that constant ache you feel when walking. Think of your glutes like the heavy foundation of a house. If the foundation is weak, the walls start to crack. A 2021 study from the University of Michigan looked at older adults. Those who performed floor bridges twice a week increased their hip stability by 38%. Let me explain why the glute bridge is so effective for seniors. The gluteus maximus is the largest and most powerful muscle in your body. It is responsible for hip extension, which is the movement of bringing your thigh backward. Hip extension is essential for standing up, climbing stairs, and walking. When your gluteus maximus is weak, your lower back muscles and hamstrings have to compensate. This compensation leads to overuse and tension in the lower back, resulting in chronic pain. The glute bridge is a safe and effective way to strengthen your gluteus maximus. It does not place any load on your lower back or knees. It also helps to improve your posture by strengthening the muscles that support your spine. The glute bridge also activates your core muscles, which are essential for maintaining stability and preventing falls. By strengthening both your glutes and your core, you are creating a solid foundation for all of your movements. To do this safely, lie on your back on a firm bed. You can also use a yoga mat on the floor. Bend your knees. Place your feet flat on the ground. Keep your feet about hip-width apart. Rest your arms at your sides. Now squeeze your buttock muscles tightly. Slowly lift your hips toward the ceiling. Only lift as high as feels comfortable. Hold this position for 3 seconds while breathing out. Then slowly lower your hips back down. Do this 10 times for one complete set. Try to complete 3 sets total. To help your body rebuild these specific hip muscles, you need proper fuel. You should consume 25 grams of high-quality protein within 1 hour of exercising. You can get this exact amount from 4 ounces of wild-caught salmon. You can also get it from 1 cup of low-fat Greek yogurt. Protein is essential for muscle repair and growth. Aim to consume protein within 1 to 2 hours of your workout to maximize the benefits. But wait until you see the next exercise because it protects your knees in a completely different way. Quick question: have you experienced sudden knee pain when trying to stand up from a couch? Comment yes or no below. The second exercise is the seated leg extension. Most people think you need heavy gym machines to strengthen your thighs, but actually a standard kitchen chair is all you need. This exercise focuses entirely on your quadriceps. Quadriceps is the medical term for the large muscles on the front of your thighs. Your quadriceps act just like the brakes on a car. Every time you walk downstairs, these muscles slow you down. They protect your joints from impact. If these muscles are weak, your knee joints take a violent shock with every step. A 2019 study from Ohio State University followed seniors for 2 months. Those who performed seated leg extensions 3 times a week reduced knee pain by 47%. Let me explain why the seated leg extension is so effective for knee health. The quadriceps are the primary muscles that extend your knee. They are essential for walking, climbing stairs, and standing up from a chair. When your quadriceps are weak, your knee joint does not receive adequate support. This leads to increased wear and tear on the cartilage and can contribute to the development of osteoarthritis. The seated leg extension targets the quadriceps in a way that does not place any load on the knee joint. Because your leg is straight, the force is transmitted through the bone, not through the joint. This makes it a safe exercise for seniors with knee pain or arthritis. The exercise also helps to improve the tracking of your patella or kneecap. A strong quadriceps pulls the kneecap in a straight line, preventing it from rubbing against the femur. This is particularly important for seniors who may have developed knee pain due to poor tracking. To perform this exercise, sit up straight in a sturdy chair. Rest your back against the frame. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Slowly straighten your right leg out in front of you. Raise it until it is completely straight. Squeeze the top of your thigh tightly. Hold it there for 2 seconds. Gently lower your foot back to the floor. Do this 12 times on your right leg. Then switch to your left leg. This counts as 1 set. Aim for 3 sets total. If you find this too difficult, you can start by lifting your leg only a few inches off the ground. As you get stronger, you can lift it higher. You can also add an ankle weight to increase the resistance. However, it is important to start without any weight and focus on proper form first. To give these thigh muscles the specific nutrients they need to recover, you need vitamin C. You should consume 90 milligrams of vitamin C alongside your protein. Vitamin C helps create collagen. Collagen is the biological glue that holds your tendons together. You can get this exact amount by eating 1 medium orange. You can also eat 1 cup of sliced strawberries right after your movement session. But wait until you see the next exercise because it fixes the most common cause of dangerous stumbles. The third exercise is the calf raise. Most people think balance is just something you lose as you get older, but actually it depends entirely on the strength of your lower legs. This exercise targets your gastrocnemius. Gastrocnemius is the medical term for your calf muscle. Your calves act like the suspension system on a bicycle. They absorb the bumps when you walk on uneven sidewalks. When your calves are weak, your ankles become stiff and unstable. This makes it very easy to trip over a small rug. A 2023 study from the University of Sydney revealed important data. Seniors who practiced calf raises regularly improved their dynamic balance by 51%. Dynamic balance is your ability to stay steady while your body is moving. Let me explain the importance of the calf muscles for balance and mobility. The calf muscles, particularly the gastrocnemius and soleus, play a critical role in maintaining your center of gravity. When you are standing, your calves contract continuously to make tiny adjustments that keep you upright. When you are walking, your calves propel you forward and absorb the shock of each foot strike. When you trip, your calves contract rapidly to stabilize your ankle and prevent you from falling. If your calves are weak, these protective responses are delayed, increasing your risk of falling. The calf muscles also act as a peripheral heart, pumping blood back up from your feet and legs. This is particularly important for seniors, as poor circulation in the lower legs can lead to swelling, varicose veins, and even blood clots. By strengthening your calves, you are not only improving your balance, but also your circulation. To do this exercise, stand up straight behind a heavy chair. Place both hands lightly on the surface for balance support. Keep your feet flat and spaced slightly apart. Slowly push down through the balls of your feet. Lift your heels off the ground. Rise up as high as you can safely. Hold yourself at the top for 2 seconds. Then slowly lower your heels back to the floor. Do not drop down quickly. Control the movement on the way down just like an elevator. Perform 15 repetitions, rest for 1 minute, then repeat for a total of 3 sets. As you get stronger, you can try doing this exercise on one leg at a time to increase the challenge. However, it is important to hold on to the chair for support and to only attempt this when you feel stable. To support your calf muscles and prevent painful night cramps, you need magnesium. You need 300 milligrams of magnesium daily. You can get this exact amount by eating 1 cup of cooked spinach. You can also get it from 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds. Magnesium is a mineral that is essential for muscle relaxation and nerve function. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. But wait until you see the next exercise because it targets the hidden muscle that stops side-to-side falls. The fourth exercise is the standing hip abduction. Most people think leg strength is only about moving forward and backward, but actually side-to-side strength is what keeps you upright. This exercise works your gluteus medius. Gluteus medius is the medical term for the smaller muscle on the side of your hip. Think of this muscle like the alignment system on your car wheels. If the alignment is off, the car pulls to one side. If your side hip muscles are weak, your hips tilt sideways when you walk. This causes a swaying walk that makes you vulnerable to falling. A 2020 study from Kyoto University discovered something remarkable. Older adults who strengthened their side hip muscles reduced their risk of sideways falls by 56%. Let me explain why the gluteus medius is so important for balance and fall prevention. The gluteus medius is a hip abductor, meaning it pulls your leg away from your body. Its primary function is to stabilize your pelvis during the stance phase of walking. When you lift one foot off the ground, the gluteus medius on the standing side contracts to prevent your pelvis from dropping on the opposite side. If this muscle is weak, your pelvis drops with every step. This causes your upper body to lean to the opposite side, creating a waddling gait. This abnormal gait puts excessive stress on your hip joint, your lower back, and your knee on the stance leg. Over time, this can lead to pain and degeneration in all these areas. Strengthening the gluteus medius improves your walking efficiency, reduces stress on your joints, and decreases your risk of falls. The standing hip abduction is a simple and effective way to strengthen this muscle. To do this movement, stand tall behind your kitchen counter. Hold on to it with both hands. Keep your toes pointing straight ahead throughout the exercise. Slowly lift your right leg out to the side. Keep your legs straight and your torso upright. Do not lean your body to the left to cheat. Lift the leg only a few inches off the ground. Hold it for 1 second. Then slowly bring it back to center. Complete 10 repetitions on the right side. Then perform 10 repetitions on the left side. Work your way up to 3 sets on each side. If you find this too easy, you can use a light ankle weight to increase the resistance. However, it is important to start without any weight and focus on proper form first. To help repair the deep fibers of these side hip muscles, you need vitamin D. You should aim for 20 micrograms of vitamin D daily. You can get this exact amount from 3 ounces of canned tuna. You can also get it from 2 large eggs. Vitamin D is essential for calcium absorption and muscle function. I would love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. But wait until you see the final exercise because it is the ultimate test of lower body endurance without moving your joints at all. The fifth exercise is the wall sit. Most people think you must move your joints up and down to build strength, but actually, holding a still position can build massive power. This creates an isometric contraction. Isometric contraction is the medical term for a muscle working hard without changing its length. Think of it like holding a heavy grocery bag in one place. Your muscles burn, but your joints are completely safe and still. This exercise builds endurance across your entire lower body. It strengthens your thighs, hips, and core all at once. A 2024 study from the University of Edinburgh found great results. Isometric wall sits reduced resting blood pressure in older adults by 12%. At the same time, it increased leg endurance by 33%. Let me explain why the wall sit is so effective for building endurance. The wall sit is an isometric exercise, meaning that the muscle contracts without shortening or lengthening. This type of exercise is excellent for building endurance and stability. It also helps to strengthen the connective tissues around your joints, which can improve joint stability and reduce pain. The wall sit is particularly beneficial for seniors because it does not place any load on the joints. Your joints are completely supported by the wall, and your muscles are doing all the work. This makes it a safe and effective way to build lower body strength. The wall sit also activates your core muscles, which are essential for maintaining good posture and preventing falls. To practice this safely, find a clear wall in your home. Lean your back completely flat against the wall. Walk your feet out about 12 to 18 inches away from the wall. Slowly slide your back down the wall until your knees are slightly bent. Do not slide down too low. You do not want your thighs parallel to the floor yet. Just a gentle bend is enough to start. Press your lower back firmly into the wall. Make sure there is no space behind you. Hold this still position for 20 seconds while breathing deeply. Do not hold your breath. Then slowly slide back up the wall to a standing position. Rest for 45 seconds. Repeat this 3 times. As you get stronger, you can hold the position for longer periods and slide down to a deeper angle. However, it is important to progress gradually and never push yourself to the point of pain. To support the blood vessels used in this full leg exercise, you need potassium. You need 500 milligrams of potassium. You can easily obtain this exact amount by eating 1 medium banana. You can also get it from 1 cup of cooked sweet potato. Potassium is important for maintaining healthy blood pressure and heart function. Let us pump the brakes for a second. While these exercises are incredibly safe, you must listen to your body closely. It is completely normal to feel a mild burn in your muscles. That means the muscle tissue is working and growing. However, you should never feel sharp, stabbing pain in your joints. If your knees, hips, or ankles start to throb, stop the movement immediately. Sharp joint pain is a clear warning sign from your nervous system. Something is wrong. I am not saying this to scare you, but forcing your way through joint pain can lead to tendinitis. Tendinitis is the medical term for severe tendon inflammation. Always consult your primary care doctor before starting any new physical routine. This is especially important if you have a history of severe arthritis. It is also vital if you have artificial joint replacements. So you are convinced, but thinking, how do I actually do this? The beauty of these movements is their simplicity. You do not need an expensive gym membership. You do not need special workout clothes or heavy weights. You can easily build these exercises into your normal daily routine without extra effort. For example, do your calf raises while you wait for your morning coffee to brew. Perform your seated leg extensions while watching the evening news in your favorite chair. Try your wall sits right before you jump into the shower. You can start by choosing just 2 of these exercises today. Spend just 5 minutes practicing them. This budget-friendly approach costs $0 and fits perfectly into any schedule. Look, there is a lot of noise out there on the internet. You will see fitness gurus telling you to lift heavy weights. They tell you to follow complicated workout plans. You do not need to overthink this. Staying strong and independent is about doing small, simple things consistently. Start with just 1 or 2 movements today. Your body will tell you if it is working. You will feel steadier on your feet within just a few weeks. If this helped you, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you are subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong.